On January 6th, and in the days after January 6th, how bad this was. It takes these hearings to spell out how close we came and how unhinged the president was. And before I ask a question, I just want to say, I just don't understand why Republican leaders don't completely, 100%, all of them say this was unacceptable. For Mitch McConnell to say, well, I said something on January 6th, I'll refer back to my statement, does not match the weight of what happened. And I don't know what is wrong with Republicans. I know you may lose an election, some of you in Congress, but ultimately this is about our democracy. This isn't about politics. Stephanie Murphy, my question for you is, what's next? I know there's a primetime hearing. I also know there's a lot of information coming in. And I'm curious about Liz Cheney's comments at the end, warning President Trump about witness tampering. Is there trouble getting witnesses to come forward?
Well, let me just first address the question that you had about the Republicans. What I hope is that while Republicans in Congress and Republicans in government may avert their eyes, my hope is that Republicans and Democrats and independents, Americans all across this country, don't avert your eyes. Our democracy depends on you being informed and understanding and guarding against electing leaders who are willing to hold on to power no matter what. And so my hope is that they don't avert their eyes. But what comes next for the committee? You know, we will continue to lay out the facts as we have. These hearings are ways in which we can give the American people just a little look into all of the information that we have received. The next hearing will be about the 187 minutes of January 6th, what the president did, and more importantly, what he didn't do. That he didn't call for help. He saw our Capitol under attack and didn't really act in a timely way. And then, you know, the committee will continue investigating and calling witnesses as well as collecting information, and we will be producing a report. And on the witness tampering piece, I think this is why Vice Chair Cheney mentioned it in the hearing, this hearing and the previous hearing. We take witness tampering very seriously. And I think the message is, we see you. We see you doing it, and there will be consequences, and it needs to stop. Witness tampering, witness interference with a congressional campaign is very serious. The committee takes it seriously, and we will take action.
It also just shows he's watching closely, still at it. In yesterday's hearing, you also revealed a text exchange between Trump's former campaign manager and a former campaign official. Brad Parscale texted Katrina Pearson on the night of the Capitol riot. He expressed guilt for helping Trump win the 2016 election and blamed the former president for the deadly violence at the Capitol.
Mr. Parscale said, quote, "This is about Trump pushing for uncertainty in our country, a sitting president asking for civil war." And then when he said, "This week I feel guilty for helping him win," Katrina Pearson responded, "You did what you felt right at the time, and therefore it was right." Mr. Parscale added, "Yeah, but a woman is dead. And yeah, if I was Trump and I knew my rhetoric killed someone." When Ms. Pearson replied, "It wasn't the rhetoric," Mr. Parscale said, "Katrina, yes, it was."
Congresswoman Murphy, as I was watching you yesterday steer through those hearings, I was thinking about you and your background. Born in Saigon, Ho Chi Minh City, fled Vietnam due to the courage and determination of your parents, rescued at sea in the South China Sea by the United States Navy. And now here you are, a gift to America as a member of Congress. And I was wondering, what was going through your mind as you go through and see and hear the testimony that involves such threats to the democracy of our country?
You know, I also, not only did I escape a country that was a fledgling democracy until it wasn't, I also worked on aspiring democracies when I worked at the Department of Defense. And I understand how fragile democracies can be. And so the work on this committee has been so personally, deeply important to me because I want to be an American who defended our democracy, who highlighted the threats to her and help my fellow Americans see how close we came to losing our democracy on January 6th, so that we might guard against it, so that we can change the path and guard against ever letting us get that close again.